So that's kind of how that works. Now, let's talk about a couple of other things that you may want to add to your scene to kind of give it a little bit of pizzazz, right?
I think I got it.
So basically, a lot of people ask me, how do I set up like the Twitch alerts, things like that? I've got a tutorial on how to do that, but that's all going to be done through something called the browser source.
I don't need your help anymore, dude. Okay. Wait, what? Okay. Alright then. Wait, I'm so dumb. Oh, wait. Whoops. Oh well. Wait. Let's see if it works. Okay. This might echo if it does work. And curious target YouTube channel. Okay. Echo? Hello? No! Mike! Oggs! Okay. Echo? Hello? No! Mike! Okay, it works. Wait, okay, yeah, it works. Alright, I'm so sorry about that. Let's see if this works. I believe it does. Okay, people. I'm sorry I had so much trouble, but it's to be expected. I should probably mention in my posts that I fixed it. Okay. Or I'll just post a new one. In the meantime, I'll put on a thing that I've been working on, I guess. Wait. Oh, I don't want to plug that in. Wait, I already have it open, I think. I have one open somewhere. No, that's on my other computer. Oh, that's on my other computer. Alright, well, I'll just play this. This is weird. This is one I was looking at earlier. The other night my boyfriend was laughing in his sleep in a hypnotic state. It was really weird and creepy. Like the day before I had heard him actually communicating, like saying yes, no, maybe, blah blah blah, actually responding to questions while he was asleep, or he looked like he was asleep. The big thing here is all about talking in our sleep that I'm going to show you guys today, because no matter what recording I open up, it's gonna have sleep talking, as long as it's when I was asleep. Anyway, this audio, that night he was laughing in his sleep, and I had my audio recorder going, and it occurred to me to go check right away, like, what he was laughing about. So I kind of threw this together. It's not all labeled or cleared up, and then I'll show you the weirdest part in a minute after I post this thing on Reddit. So I'm just gonna play this. Oh, yeah, so wait. It's not working. Come on. Okay, so I'll just have to stay zoomed out. Alright, I don't know how this sounds. Okay, and I need to have like the live chat up, but I don't. That's really hard to hear without headphones. But I'm going to rewind it to the part I started analyzing, because it's pretty weird. Like, a lot of these noises, like all the noises you see there, like that's not a bump on something, I don't think. No, that's a cough. Oh, that's a sniffle. Like, this stuff looks weird. Let's see if it's... no, that's just rattling stuff around. Okay, let's see. Let me pause. So, I don't know how the audio sounds on there because, well, I don't know. I guess there wouldn't be an echo because I had to use the built-in microphone. Anyway, the way you can tell the difference between these really weird voices and clattering stuff, like, let's go back to where I'm definitely clattering. I haven't really looked at that part. Let's see where it's absolutely clattering. See, clattering is just vertical lines up and down like this. This is clearly just moving around. So if you guys have that in your audio, you can just ignore it. Just see up close. It's just totally vertical lines up and down, and that's just, you know, the microphone brushing against stuff. But later on in the audio, where I started analyzing, what caught my attention is the more airy, puffy shapes of this part of the recording. This part hasn't been amplified. That part has. Oh, this is probably us talking. Oh, you know what? I'll show you. People talking sound looks like this.
Go through a back door.
Do you know what this is in the bedroom?
Okay, so that's us talking. So what caught my attention is where during a period of silence, so I went into the other room. Wait, let's see, is that me telling? That actually might be more of this. I'm not sure, but. And is that me or? No, that's just maybe just clattering, but you'll see in a moment it may have. Let's see. No, that's totally just clattering. Again, vertical lines. I'm getting ahead of myself. You'll see here it starts. I'll zoom in. It's not those vertical lines we had over there. It's airier. It looks more like speech. Let me find a section I haven't even amplified so you guys can see what it looks like. Oh, you know what? I actually have several of the same track on here, and I don't think this one has even been manipulated. So I'm going to put it into multi-view, because in multi-view you can see the whoops, where'd it go? Oops, that's a little too tall. Alright. Zoom in there. Well, in multi-view, it kind of ends up sounding better if you edit, a track, and then edit the same track in the same project after you're done, and then run them concurrently. Hang on, I need a sip of water. You can run them concurrently, and it makes the sound less hollow. And oh my gosh, I was tempted right now to plug my hard drive in, but I am sure as hell not going to do that again. I'm never plugging my hard drive in again when I'm connected to the internet. The other day, I was trying to upload like a year's worth of clips to my website, and I got 2 or 3 uploaded under Not So Silent Sounds, and then my hard drive, all the anomalies I'd compiled over a year, the whole folder was permanently erased. So anyway, it was interesting. I was able to get some of it back out of the cache, but it was just basically wiped off the planet. I'd always copied stuff to my computer before that because I was afraid I'd connect to the internet and my files would be deleted. Oh well, anyway, that's besides the point. Oh, so let's look at this. And we'll take a look at where the bizarre. This is another bizarre thing I'll have to show you in a bit. Like, let's see. These are probably our voices. This is. What are you laughing about? Oh, we're getting there. That's where I ask him what he's laughing about. Well, how perfect is that? All right, let's listen to what's before it, and I'll edit this part while I'm listening with you guys. Because you see these. Hold on. Oh my gosh. These. Oh my gosh. This beeping has been driving me crazy. And that night, I wanted to see if it was outside or what. So I went outside to see if I could hear it. It's not outside. It's in my bedroom. It's like in the attic above my bedroom. And I thought at the time, I thought maybe it's the fan, because I didn't realize, you can clearly see in this recording that the beeping just comes out of nowhere. Oh, interesting. It starts with 3 short beeps and then a lot of beeps at 20 minutes and 14 seconds. That's really, really interesting. I thought it might be the fan or something. And then when I turned the fan off, the beeping stopped. It's like they knew what I was thinking. Or maybe they knew I was trying to figure out the beeping. I don't know. I mean, same thing. This is really strange. It just starts out of nowhere. And it stopped when I turned off the fan. But the fan had been on a long time. Wait, that's the alarm. Okay. But perhaps that's not the beeping about which I'm talking. Well, is 2047, 20. You know what? This goes on longer than an alarm, doesn't it? Wait, where did it go? Okay. Oh well. It may or may not be relevant. That's probably not the beeping I was talking about, but coughing. Ooh, you see there? You see there in between? You know what? I'm gonna minimize this other track. It's driving me crazy. You know what? I'm just gonna get rid of it. How do I make this one full screen? I still don't know that. But you see here, in between them, there might be something. Maybe we should listen to it the way it is first. Because some of that's rustling, some... Where? Here we go. Let's go ahead and amplify this. So what I do is I select an area with relatively the same kind of volume, and I'm gonna go up to right before it gets loud. And it's better when you're zoomed in. And then you press Control-I, and that makes this section, your selection, like a section of, makes it, a segmented section. So then let me show you my keyboard shortcuts I have. To edit your keyboard shortcuts, you go to Preferences, and then you go to Keyboard, and I'll show you some of the ones I have. So Amplify. For Amplify, I have A, and then I use Noise Reduction, I have N for noise reduction. Noise gate is something not very useful, but I have that set as G. These are the ones I use most often. Compressor is C. High pass filter, H. Low pass filter, L. What else? Tempo, T. Another one, I use classic filters. I just started using classic filters, and it can do high and low pass filters that aren't as harsh as just cutting it outright. It kind of fades into the cut. So then I have Z for normalize. I sometimes use that. Crossfade clips, that's sometimes useful when you have to have a long enough recording that it's not really important if you lose some of it, because if there's pops in between tracks like this, you can fix that by using crossfade clips. And yeah, I showed you high pass filter. Look, I should have started at the beginning. Control N, new. Control O, open. Control W, close. Everybody knows how to save a project. Oh, this is one that's important. Export audio. If you hit Control S, it's going to save your project. It's not going to save it in a type of audio that you can share. But if you save it, it'll have your labels and stuff, and actually the file's in there. But you're going to want to export it when you're done with any audio. And I do it as a 24-bit wave, personally. That has the least compression of all those. So I didn't set export multiple. No idea what that is. Oh, that's good to know. Wait, Control Shift I, you can import audio. Cool. Alright, so we all know how to do that. Oh, if you want to duplicate, I wonder if that means track. Control D. Let's see, what else do I use? Oh, Control B. That's, excuse me. That's a big one. If you want to add a label, add a selection, you hit Control B and then type your label. Alright, let's see. Hey, I could have used that one. Control P, preferences. So if you guys want to set up your preferences the cool way, hit Control P. Alright. Oh, that's interesting. I guess you go to the next clip if you press Alt and plus. That's cool. That's really cool. I'm learning with you guys. Okay. You can start and stop playback with the space bar. Oh, that's really neat to know. You can, if you highlight something and hit Shift and space, it should play it back on a loop. So if you're having a hard time understanding something, that might be helpful. R is for recording. Let's see. Oh, if you want to unmute them, Control Shift and U. That's good to know. Oh, I have these set because sometimes I hide personally identifiable information with a chirp or a tone or whatever. amplify, tempo, classic filters, compressor, C, noise reduction, normalize, pass, low pass, noise gate, also not that useful, at least so far. Notch filter, that's a big one. Hang on. Notch filter is a big one because sometimes there'll be a high-pitched sound going through your oh wait, you know what? I never mentioned on Reddit. Hang on. That was the point of playing you back that thing. Whoops. Not Reddit. Edit. No, not Reddit. Delete. Okay. Plus. Wait. Oh, I know it. I need to link to my thing. Let's see. Oops. Hang on, awkward silence. Add there. Hold on, now let me verify with someone that it works. I think I still forgot to put the link. Can't get to my post now. Plus. Nope. Plus. Link. Share. Okay. Actually, hang on. I will be right back. Okay. I'm back if anyone is watching. So we were looking at this recording from the other night. If you weren't watching, oh my gosh. You're gonna think I'm weird. You may already think I'm weird. Okay, so I set notch filter as Shift N, and that's if you have a tone going through your recording at a certain pitch. I'll demonstrate that in a little bit. It's very useful. Okay, so where was I? Okay. S, Spectral Edit Multi-Tool. That's another one I use a lot. I'll demonstrate that one too, though I'm not sure if I'll need it, but I'll demonstrate it for you. Label sounds, that's how I've been finding silence. So when, in the past, if you guys know how to get Find Silence, the Find Silence plugin for Audacity, let me know, because I used to have the plugin on my old installations, and now I can't find it on any of my drives or find it online. So the way I've been finding silence is using Shift, I set it up as this, Shift L to label sounds. And first I have to use this one, Measure RMS. I do that first. Then when I have the RMS number, I'll show you. I go to label sounds and I start with the RMS and work my way down to find the quietest areas in the recording, and I label those SSH. Okay, pitch detect, that's what you're going to use to find the pitch of anything. This one, I believe you need to measure RMS and pitch detect have to be downloaded and installed. I'll show you how to do that actually. Oops, wrong window. What happened to Chrome? So I'm going to show you guys actually how to get everything you need. Where are you, Chrome? Alright, here we go. So we're going to search for Audacity plugins. There we go. And it's here at audacityteam.org. It's going to be in their help menu. Maybe I clicked the wrong link to get here. Well, yeah, they're in the. Okay, it's still opening, I guess. Here, we can get right there. Here we go. Nyquist. This is gonna take us here. Here we go. So we're gonna go to download, and I don't know where the menu is for. Okay, well, we're gonna go find analyze plugins. So you're gonna need to get pitch detect. Wait, what? Silence Finder? I just found Silence Finder. What in the world? I haven't been able to find it on any of my devices. It was just gone. Amazing. This is a device that's never been connected to the internet before. So that's probably why. So then we're going to go to pitch detect, and you would download that. And then is measure RMS is maybe it's already built in. What else do we need to download? So now I actually oops, wrong one. Now I can actually show you we're almost to the end, but I'll show you how to install those in a moment. Oh, I set Nyquist plugin installer, which we're about to use, as Q. Ooh, interesting. You can change the gain on a certain track with Shift and G. So if one of your tracks is better than the other ones, you can put a higher gain on that. Alright, there we go. Done. Okay, anyway, go set up keyboard shortcuts. Okay, cancel, get out of there. Now my computer is really lagging. Okay, if your Audacity's unresponsive, don't fret. Just let it be, because it happens a lot. So nope, that's not where we want to be. We're going to go to Tools, Add Remove Plugin. Nope, not yet. Okay, we're going to go to Tools. Wait, I already told you guys. I set it as Q. So we're going to go to Nyquist Plugin Installer. Oh, whoops. And we're going to browse. Silence Finder! I'm so excited. Oh, it was such a bitch finding silence the other way. I assume this does exactly what I've been doing. Effect. Now we're going to go to Effect, Add and Remove Plugins. We're going to select all, say Enable, and tell it OK. And then you have all the plugins enabled. And there's some other interesting plugins. I've lost my water. I'll be right back. I've really lost my water, so I need to get new water. And I like to be silly, so in the meantime, you guys can listen to one of the weird songs I made for bedtime. At one point, I was trying to play a bunch of sounds at once at bedtime, hoping that it would make any silent sound harder to hear. So I made a whole bunch of mishmash songs, and I played those alongside the program's Atmosphere and Sleep Orbit. And then I got Power Amp Music Player, because you can change the audio focus on it. So you could listen to all those things at once, and you can play Amazon Music on top of that. So anyway, I believe I'll just put a silly little one of those on. It actually is very effective unless somebody comes and turns it off. Oh, you know what? I probably don't have them on here anymore, because lately they've been coming and turning them off. So that sucks. Also, I'll just play one of my strange sounds. Oh. So crazy. My phone won't even play music. It's so hacked. Oh well. That sucks. Oh, 4. This is one I thought was funny.
Man, I tell you what, everybody lead in a life, man. It's like this. Nothing butterfly flapping wings deep down in the forest, man. It can cause a tree fall less than 5,000 miles away, man. And ain't nobody see it, nobody knows nothing even happened. You know, if the baby born into this world, you know, they don't got their friends, got nothing but they go come into and find out all about it. Man, see, like, you don't even know, man, when you don't get like you're born into this world, man. And you got like the dust and wind, man. Or like the dang candle here, man. It don't matter, man. It's not all these old times. You know what I think, man? Like them dang, I think, therefore you are, man. Well, that's what we tell ourselves, isn't it? I tell you what, man, they're tight. Tell you what, man, they get so pretty up to them combs there off to the side, man. Like, it's my good side, man. It's dang pretty sissy side like that. Dang on costume, man. They can put on that dang on mine, man. It's like trying to get out of the box, man. Say, what, man? They're going to play 2-4, man. Hey, man. Oh, man, baby. Oh, man, you did. Well, you know, did you? Well, hey. I tell you what, man, when we're flying the cow, man, you load up them dynamite on the can like that, they would have boom, man, they'll catch the cow fly all over. Dang, man, that's quick, man. You better come hack the man, don't fishing magician, man. Hey, man, that's a damn good old deal, man. I tell you what, $100 a month, man, you get them hook up and get them old man, two top jigging around this way and whatnot, man, it's nothing but that dang trash, man. Don't put it in the boy band, man. Don't let them press around those that man, they gotta watch that friendly fire, man. Y'all live dick and brag me like a dago. Got one, man. Ooh, that's a big old man. Look at them tight cheese on there, man. It's like dago total granddad, man. They do milk, man. Ooh. Yeah, man, I can tell you what, man. I seen dago Blake over there, Smithsonian, man. Right next to Lincoln's head in the arches here. Dago Cape, man. Man, that dago big dago, man. Chuck, man, you only out there. I'm probably out there in Hollywood right now. $20,000 just for your arm blows off, man. Hey, you look like Woodstock over here, man. Don't
Anyway, if you don't have someone turning your music off, it is an effective way to block out subliminal programming. We woke up with a lot more energy and we were a lot happier, but then they started turning it off. And we just installed our plugins. And now I'm going to go a completely different direction than I was going to now that I have Silence Finder.
What are you laughing about?
Oh yeah, you know what? We were going to amplify it, weren't we? So I highlight this section and I push A because I set that as my keyboard shortcut. And for now, you know what? We'll go ahead and do it like I would do it to begin with. I put it to 10 decibels above what it allows. And now, I haven't set a shortcut for Silence Finder, so I need to do that. I already have F as something. Why not? You have to hit set before you click OK. And it's gonna not be non-responsive again, I bet. Yep, there we go. You know, my program on this computer, because it's an i7 with a lot of RAM, earlier it was actually working without freezing up like this. This happens on most of my computers, but this one is a particularly good computer. So we're going to push my keyboard shortcut Y now. And well, you know what? We need to measure RMS first. So I pressed M because that's my keyboard shortcut. And the stereo RMS, which is root mean square, something like an average, is negative 13 decibels. So we're going to go back to Silence Finder. And we're going to put that to negative 13. And minimum silence duration, it needs to be at least 0.2 seconds long for you to use noise reduction. Seconds before silence ends. Sure, why not? Okay, so let's, you know what? I think we could probably go lower. Control Z. Now Control Y. We're going to set this to, let's see if we have negative 15 in there. Alright, we do. Sometimes, you know, there's some areas that are enough lower than the root mean square that you can go lower than the, what? I'm confused here now. You can go lower than the RMS level. Okay. Yeah, that's strange. I'm a little confused. Control Z. Control Z. So let's try that again. Minimum duration of silence. Let's set that to whatever, higher. 0 seconds. Maybe that'll make the difference. Okay, well 0.25 will definitely work, but let's see. Alright, so we got one area of silence. This is bizarre. See, this is strange because here's the other way I do it. We may end up to just having to do that. I did Shift L, which I set up for label sounds, and what was it, -15? And I have that set to 0.2 seconds for both of those, and then I named it SSH. Huh, well, I guess there's a, let's see. That's really strange. There's just one big area of silence, I guess. So now we're gonna, this is where Silence Finder said it was quiet, so we will do I push N for noise reduction, which again I set up, and after that you're gonna want to get the noise profile, so you push G. Okay. So you push G. Now you're gonna go in here, and I pushed N again for noise reduction, and I'm gonna put on my headphones. This stuff is a lot easier to hear with headphones on. Now, where did I put those? Are you plugged in? No, you're not. Alright, plug these in. Whoops. I can't hear that. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if... Well, I guess... I don't know why they're not working. Huh. My headphones are not working. I'll try these old school ones. Why can't I hear anything? Oh, we have it on mute. So let's try this again. Alright. N for noise reduction. We'll set this, what did we amplify to? I don't remember. We'll set it at 26. We'll try it with this.
Really?
I don't, am I hearing that on my...
Really?
I can't even tell if that's coming through my headset or this thing. Oh well, we'll say okay. I can't really hear it. So then we're gonna want it, whoops, so some part of it is still too loud, but that's okay. We can use compressor to make sure it is all less than 0 decibels. So that'll compress the loud parts and make the quiet parts louder. I often set it all the way up to a 10-to-1 ratio. The higher the ratio, the more level it will be. See, it's steeper there, and then it's a little flatter there, not much, but okay. And threshold, see, yeah, the higher you go up in threshold, the flatter the sound's gonna be, but that's gonna bring a lot of noise into your recording also. So you can leave that somewhere between 7 and 12. And then you check compress based on peaks and makeup gain for 0 decibels after compressing. And you leave these alone usually. And let's do that one more time to bring up the quiet parts a little bit. And alright, and let's do it again. See, it made the quieter parts a little bit louder. So now we can actually hear. Where? These are not working.
Are you laughing
Is
though?
my volume down really low? It's at 100%. This is. Oh, you know what? You know. Alright, let's try it. Old school headphones it is. It was coming through my old school headphones. I forgot I plugged them in. So, why isn't it playing? Or is it playing and...
Funny.
What did this say? Was that him or... You're funny what? You're funny punk? That's not him. Huh. See, that's interesting already because you see what his voice looks like. It's over here. This is quieter and it's hard to see from here, but the frequency is different, and so that's interesting. We'll check that out more in a minute.
Are you laughing though?
You see, that part was not me messing with the audio recorder because it was just sitting on a flat surface. Nobody was touching it. So at this part right here, I heard a lot of things are funny. Yeah, definitely. Let's highlight that area. And let's do compressor on that again. And let's Control I to segment it off. Let's see what it sounds like compressed one more time. You know what? I can hear that. I can live with that. So now Control B. And then I'll put my label. So all of this then is whatever was making him laugh. Whatever it was, it's all of this stuff. Let's listen to this whole portion again. I haven't analyzed this yet, so this is really interesting. Well, you know what? I lie. I haven't analyzed this yet. It's true, I haven't. So, yeah, it's interesting. Oh, this too. This is a voice, but this is definitely not his voice. I can tell you that right now, just from looking at it. I'm going to feel silly if this isn't a voice and it's something else. Oh, that was me. I knew it was going to be something silly like that. All right. Of course. Wait a minute. Is that me? Wait. Is that me? Maybe it's me. Maybe that isn't me. It doesn't look... Oh, wait. Maybe it does look like my voice.
Huh? Are you laughing though?
That doesn't sound like his voice. So Control I, and then let's amplify that to 0 decibels. Lots of things. Alright, I wonder if this... Whoops. Let's see if the old noise reduction selection can be used. Yeah, it can. Sometimes it can, sometimes it can't. It's better if you get a new noise profile for any given section, but sometimes you can get away with using the old one. And label. You know what? This section is very, very hard to listen to, even though we know that is not the microphone getting bumped around. So let's go ahead, section that off with Control I, and then I'm going to push T, which again I set up for tempo. Change it. We're going to decrease it by 20%. Our God is faceless? I have no... Something about religion. That was just virtually impossible to listen to. And you know what else I see here? I have not locked my label track to my audio. Oh wait, have I? Yeah. I have. You know how I did that? I can't even remember. But let's see. Well, figure it out. Make sure your labels are locked to the audio that they go with. Let's see. Sync lock tracks. That is what I believe that's what I toggled on to sync the label up to the track. So, you know what? That stuff is really hard to listen to. Understand. I'm going to Control Z just because I'll check that out later. But and let's do this again. So 12. Yeah, they are talking about their God. Let's compress that. So now I pushed F for classic filters. All of these are useful, and you use them all in the same way. Honestly, I don't even know what passband ripple is. I'll have to look at that. I just started using these. So rather than doing a hard low pass filter, I will come here and do a Butterworth low pass filter instead. So so the higher the order, the more sharply it's going to cut it off. Oh, and you know what? That reminds me, these voices aren't a normal frequency, so we're going to want to put that very high. I wonder. Alright, so we're going to do that. Now we're going to do the same thing but with a high pass filter, and we're going to set that to, we'll try 200. Oh, I accidentally did order 10. You know what? Let's undo that and see what that sounded like with a, I usually use 1 or 2. Oh wait, well, we'll do this first. This is the part I intended to do to begin with. And then we will do same thing, and we'll do the low pass filter. And we're going to put it, since you can see these go up from top to bottom. And we're just going to cut off a little. And the only reason we're doing that in this case is because the the volume will go down a little bit. The amplitude will decrease slightly. You know what? It might have actually sounded better higher. I liked it at 4. So now let's compress that. Again, compress. Honestly. This is, I'm not sure why it's so hard to compress this particular audio. Yeah, that's really not. I'll try one more time and do it a little louder there and see. It brought some of it up. You know what? In this case, alright, so let's amplify it to 10 decibels. And then we'll select that. Noise, get, noise. Okay, so sensitivity, you can select how much of it you want to cut out. Like up here, it would cut. See, it would cut more out. And then the frequency smoothing bands, I'll show you like what happens if you can get artifacts if you have this set too low. So unless you want robot noises, like this would, oh wait, no, that wouldn't do anything. This, see, it makes like robot noises. So I often leave the sensitivity fairly low. I try to get both the sensitivity and frequency smoothing bands as low as possible. See, when you increase the number of smoothing bands, the robot sounds go away. Oh, well, that didn't do much, did it? Because we'd compressed it so many times. Well, then, silly me. We'll go try to find some relatively quiet stuff over here. So this is silence. I don't know. It's saying something about a heathen and God. Our God is... or Oregon. Maybe they're liberal. Or, heck, you know what? It's really hard to hear that one. It could also say Oregon is the safe haven. I think it says fake heathen, something like that. So let's zoom out now, and we'll find a new area of relative silence, like right here before that starts to right here. Control I. Now we'll select this area, amplify to 33. And is there any silence in there? Oh, nope, so negative 8.64. You know what then? Control Z. Measure. Okay. There we go. There's an area of silence. So now we'll amplify to 33. We'll pick a section of this. Noise, get. Noise. Well, that doesn't sound creepy at all, does it? Alright, let's do that. And now let's compress it. I'll fuck up my what and die? Well, again, that's interesting. So, you know what? Let's do a low pass filter. No, that one actually. Let's try it at 2000 hertz. I need to look again at the frequency. Oh, it does go very high in this one too. So let's try that at 6000 hertz. And you know what? These beeps are getting annoying. So let's do pitch detect on those. And those are going to be in that range. Okay, so that's at 3720 hertz. So we're going to select this area and do a notch filter, 3720. The high, it says it there, the higher value reduces width. So let's try it at about a 0.6. And let's see, Control R for repeat. Let's see how that sounds. Maybe we could get it better. Oh, there's the secondary one. Wait. Pitch detect. Okay, 6860 hertz. repeat that. I accidentally ended up cutting out a whole lot of the audio. Let's see what it would have sounded like with a narrower notch filter. You know what? Now I've forgotten what the pitch was supposed to be. Oops. Oops. I'm trying to get it right in the middle of the sound. So, let's see. Yeah, that looks like it's right in the middle. Let's do another one at a slightly narrower one. Okay. Well, oops. We'll do a little bit higher. Okay, a little higher than that. I'm just pushing Control R for repeat. And let's see now. Oops, I may be frozen it. Okay, I didn't get that one quite right. Let's get this one. Okay. No, that's not what I was looking for. I just can't remember what that pitch was. Man, I guess I could live with the beep. I just forgot the frequency. If people were watching, I'm sure they could tell me. Hang on. I suppose I could look back. hang on. Is the audio working? Alt-T Hexer. Let's see. I suppose I could check myself, because boy, it would suck if the audio were not working. At least the microphone. Ba-doop. And you know what? If I had my phone on, I could see any messages. Channel. Messages. Hey, you guys are there. Oh, hey. Okay, I don't need to. Yes, you can hear me. You can hear me. You can hear me and you can see my video. All right, so I'm not just doing this for myself. Okay, does anybody remember the frequency, the high frequency? Anyone? Anyone? I would really appreciate it. Otherwise, I'll just guess. It was like 6,682, right? So, you know what? We'll just do this one narrower. You can still hear the beep, but I can fix that later. Let's amplify this to 0 decibels. Compress it. Ooh, that looks like it let in a lot of the beeps I hate. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. I'm going to go ahead and move on. I can get OCD. I could keep messing with that and probably eventually figure it out. That was so loud. If you don't have ear headphones on, well, for one thing, you should, because that's like the only way you can hear some of it. But also, if you don't have headphones on, consider yourself lucky, because that was very loud. Yeah. So this part, let's amplify that. Oh, I guess it is 0 decibels. It's just 0 decibels, like spanning the whole frequency from 0 kilohertz to 8 kilohertz. That's uncomfortable, but maybe it was just part of the die, I think. You'll fuck up your something and die. Whatever. Let's get rid of the beeps again. No, I guess though. Wait, you know what? Those beeps have been going on for a very long time. No, I don't think that was the beeps I noticed that night. That was driving me crazy. Alright, so let's select this section with the beeps. And do another Control-I. Now, I already forgot the frequencies, so we'll do pitch detect. 3,640 hertz. Shift N. 3,640. Whatever. Let's lower that a little. Wait, yeah, that's good. Okay. I hate that beep. Okay. Let's do it again. Control-R. Control-R. Now let's get this other little one. Oops. That's not the one I want. Okay. Ah, and I found it so easily the first time. Okay, yeah. I don't think I need a spectrum analyzer for that. I think if you know what? If we get rid of the waveform, that'll make it a lot easier to see what the frequency is. The waveform is useful when you're trying to figure out which parts are loud, which parts are quiet, and yada yada. But the spectrogram is the star of the show. It is very helpful. So actually we can see that it's about 7100 hertz. So notch filter at 7100 hertz. Control R, etc. So it's gone, and let's okay. Alright, so we got it quiet now. Now we need the waveform again so we can kind of look at what we're able to do to the audio. Right now we see some parts are, all the way up at least at 0 decibels, and it may even have some clipping there. So let's select it and compress it. Let's see what it would say. Oh my gosh! I need to stop doing that. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that brain melting painful sound, because I do not want to hear that one more time, and I'm sure you don't either. So now let's I didn't do very much, at least not there. I think we can do a little better than that, because you can see in between there is speech. I mean, you can see that. That's the great thing about the spectrogram, because you can't tell in the waveform because it's all relatively the same amplitude, but you can see on the spectrogram that these areas have something there. So let's do a Control I, and we will amplify to 10 decibels, which would be about 27 decibels. Now we're going to eyeball it in this case. So what looks quiet? I mean, you could also, if you wanted to, like if you were like, I guess this is quiet. So measure RMS, and negative 9.44. Do here, measure. See, that's much louder. So the first area was better. Oh, well, it's not as good as the first area. Alright, there we go. Well, you can tell there's something there, and it sounds like a pig man. Oh, I should also mention, when you're doing noise reduction, the options to balance it out, it's either to turn the sensitivity up with low smoothing bands, or a lot of smoothing bands and lower sensitivity. Nope, that cuts it out completely. That tells me I probably got a piece of the voice for my noise. It's probably the same area. Yeah, whatever. Alright, compress. Something about miserable humans. It's a tricky one. Let's redo the initial noise reduction. And I'll do what I was telling you guys about, probably. Oh wait, no, we figured out. Oh, well, let's try it now. Ah! Oh dear. Oh my, that was very loud. Nope. Definitely caught a piece of voice in that part for our noise reduction selection. You know what? It might be easiest to just say okay, and then we can see where it's definitely quiet, and then so in here is probably the best place to do it. Whoops. Okay, that was unpleasant also. You know what? Let's just do it the way I showed you guys. See, the thing is, we're going to have to unamplify it because it's probably unlikely that there's an area that is lower than 0 decibels that fits the criteria for noise reduction. So, -33, okay. Alright, there we go. So now let's amplify it to 27. Grab this, get the noise profile, and this should sound better. Okay, that totally didn't sound better. It was best at... You know, this is one of those cases where the multiple tracks is a good thing. Like, if I had been doing the same thing to 2 tracks, which sometimes I do, I could have just left the first one, muted the track, and moved on to this track, and then they would have averaged out. We're just not... We'll just go with the original area we had. You know what? I hate it when I do that. You know, that is such a bummer. I had it and I wanted it better, and I'm about ready to give up on this area. For me, it's not a science. I'm sure it is a science for some people, but not for me. Because you gotta keep in mind, I'm not an audio engineer. I didn't know how to do this at all, like, before last year, so I'm just kind of figuring it out as I go along. Ugh, I'm so frustrated. I had it so much better. Yeah, it's been 2 hours. Hi, J.A. Finch 78 and Ashley. Hi, 3 people. This will be a useful video for people after the fact, because I think it's a pretty good definitive tutorial on what I've figured out in the last the last 1 year. You can really see those beeps I hate in there. Beep, 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 beep. That's what everyone says on my videos sound like. But you know why? Because these voices are freaking weird. They're not human voices. If they were human voices, it would, well, be a lot easier. I mean, they sound like demons. But, I mean, I'm guessing it's AI. I'm guessing it's not demons. They want you to think that. That's for sure. That is for sure. Screw it, guys. Let's move on to another area. You can't always figure out what it's saying. You know, based on my first noise reduction, I bet I could have, but I give up on that part now. Let's see what he was laughing about and whatnot. You can see there's more in there, but it's going to frustrate me also. So, alright. Yeah, you could hear a lot of that weird clicky talking. See, they're talking, because then it says he's right, so it's right something. Let's go ahead and we'll section off this area, but let's keep listening. You gotta remember the audio recorder was just sitting on a flat surface by itself at this time. For later, I'm gonna go ahead and Control I, Control I. You ought to know, when you're trying to find the silent areas, when you're sectioning it off, you want the line to be in front of any significant sound, because if you put it in the middle of a sound and then you do noise reduction, I'll show you what happens. You know what? It did nothing there, of course. Here you can see that something's being said. It's very quiet. I wonder if we can do this area. Oops. Measure. Okay. I believe we're evil, something like that. Something evil, that's for sure. Oops. Of evil. I mean, what would happen if I slow it down or speed it up? What, have you been watching American Horror Stories? The other night we were watching this episode where, you know, Princess Leia's daughter, she has these voices on her baby monitor, and for some reason it occurs to her to speed it up 5 times. Like, why and how? And then it turns out that somebody was like doing a trick the whole time. Why would it occur to them to put something 5 times too slow? I don't know. But anyway, which part should I slow down? Well, yeah, you mean like if I slowed it down like my other audio. Let's see. Yeah, we'll decrease the tempo by 20%. Still can't tell. So, oh, where did it go? Now look what you made me do. Now I've lost my place. I'm just kidding. So I'll go ahead and label the of evil because, I mean, would you agree that last part says something of evil? I mean, whatever. Even, I mean, of evil. So Control B, of evil. You can see this is all talking. This might be interesting. Oh, wow! Did you guys hear that? Something about what's over here. That's definitely not my sleeping boyfriend. Because at this point he'd gone back to sleep and had stopped laughing. It was really creepy. I guess you couldn't hear it on the recording, but he was just laughing in his sleep. It was very strange. Alright, so we will go ahead and reduce noise on that. So let's amplify it to 10 decibels. So, do you hear that? Now it's over here. Or, let's see. It's over here. It's over here. It's over here. Is it I know it's over here? Or now it's over here? Something like that. Huh, did I accidentally grab some of the voice? It's over here. You guys hear? Yeah, now it's over here. I mean, a deaf person could hear that, right? It sounds like someone's in the room talking. We could hear it before I did anything to the recording. It's over here. So we'll label that part. Now it's over here. It's over here. It's over here. So Control I, section it off. Control B for labels. This had something. The something you do. The voodoo you do? Hoodoo you do. Do what? Subliminal programming. Okay. I guess maybe they're a Labyrinth fan. So, based on that, we can tell there was also, see, you can even see the little, I don't know what you'd call them, the little trail, the things that showed that's a voice right there. There's a bunch of voice in there if I wanted, which I probably will in a moment. Look at that. Oh wait, let's listen to that whole area. And see here, if that's a voice at the very beginning here, there was absolutely nobody talking. And what's over here? What's over here? That squeaky door sound looks so pretty. It's kind of neat sometimes to see what shapes different sounds make. We can see this is a voice we haven't seen yet in this recording because the audio profile is very different from the other voices. And then this is probably me talking. Let's see. I thought you were asleep. Yeah, he still was asleep. He never was really awake. I thought you were asleep. He didn't respond, but someone did. Control I. Oops, we forgot to measure RMS. Whoops. After this, do you guys want to pick a random day between May and now, and I'll just pick a random recording from during the night, and I guarantee we'll find something, like a birthday, anything. I'll just pick a random recording between, like, say 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. any day between May 5th and September 17th, if you want. Or you guys can split after this or whatever. So, let's amplify it. I will do something to you inside. I will torture you inside. I think it's I will torture you inside. I believe it's I will torture you inside. I kind of wonder what this voice says also, because you can see the sounds of a voice there. Oops. It's a lot more fun now that I have the chat open, because I wasn't even sure if anyone was there to begin with. So let's just wing it. That looks pretty quiet to me. That looks quieter. Thought you were asleep. That was me again. But There was. I thought you were asleep. Whatever. That was just kind of meh. But there's a voice in there right before mine. So let me go back to the area of this recording I had looked at before this. It was very interesting. Okay, let's find it. Well, now we know all of this is speech, but we'll at least amplify it. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. Let's zoom in a little because it's annoying. Oh, you know what, though? Wait. You know what? We're gonna need to zoom out a little because, dang it. You know, we don't need to look at both tracks. Oh, whatever, we'll start from here. You know what? Whoops. There, that's where I want it. It's some weird, hang on. But I don't know if I did any more. Let's zoom out and see. Yeah, it is some weird speech, but interestingly, really interestingly, while I have been really bad about posting it, and now it's deleted forever after the other day. Oh, all of your recording, I'm sure none of you are people who've sent me recordings, but all of the recordings I've analyzed were deleted. I told you guys that. But anyway, everybody has the same voices. The same voices. It's the same people doing it to everyone that I've analyzed. Whoops. Did I analyze more? Let's see. Oh, is that the beep that drove me crazy? No, that's probably still the alarm. Alright, so this is the part we've already looked at. But, so, what haven't I shown you? Hold on. I'd like to start a new recording from scratch. I mean, to really prove that I didn't manipulate this in any way before the fact. Let's see what I've copied over to this PC. What other ones do I have open? Oh yeah, some of those got corrupted. Oh my gosh, if I plug in my hard drive, I know what's gonna happen. So actually, I guess we're kind of limited to what I put on here. Or, well, fuck it. I can do it on another computer, throw it on a flash drive and put it on here. Hang on. I will be right back, and you guys can keep listening to my lovely bedtime song.
I tell you what, man, you with a flying cow, man, you load up that dynamite on the end like that, you go boom, man, that catch the cow fly all over. Dang, man, that's quick, man, you got to talk man, go fishing magician, man. Hey, man, it's a damn good old deal, man. I tell you what, $100 a month, man, get them hook up and get them over there, two sides jiggling around everywhere and whatnot, man, it's nothing but that trash, man. No, man, the poor boy band, man, no matter press down on that man, they gotta watch that friendly fire, man. You don't live and prank me like a dangle. Got one, man. Ooh, that's that big old man. Look at that damn time cheek on me, man. It's like dangle taco granddad, man. That dangle do soup, man. Ooh. Yeah, man, I tell you what, man, I seen the dangle break over there. Smithsonian, man, right next to Lincoln Head in Arkansas. That's a caveman section. Man, they don't be a dangle, man. Chuck, man, you only have that probably around Hollywood right now. They're putting that on board, man. Right, man. I tell you what, man. What that work, man, charade. I tell you what, man, that dang old NRA's alright, man. That insurance is getting with this. Remember, man, not like they get a $20,000 just because your arm blows off, man. No way, man. That is getting on up and sitting up there, getting started this dang way to sit here, man. Yeah, man, talking about dang old blue, man. Dang old last man, they take the reach between the pup down main drive and state resort club. I tell you what, man, they're tight. Tell you what, man, ain't getting no breeding up and then all that cold hair over off the side, man. They did like it, like this side, man. It done pretty sissy down like that. They gonna costume, man, they can put on the dang old mind, man. This time I'm trying to get out of the box. They say, what, man, we're gonna play dug their grave, man. I got a pretty good dang old idea what's going on. I'll tell you what, man. You don't make all Dr. Joe, man. And they go hard car right down the rest, but it's yo. I don't know, man. Hank the man, you know, that dang old Hank the man. That's the dash, man. That dang old ass the dash. Man, that dang Hank the man, everybody's best friend, man. Richest man in the world. Just like the dang old Jimmy. Y'all listen up, man. This boom hour. It's your lungs on air. It's your lungs on smoke. See the difference, man? It's gonna stunt the growth all over you. And find that dang old hospital bed like Morton Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. even worse, man. Yo, they can talk about oral gratification, all that thing. It's gonna give you low sperm count, man. Give you ear hair, yo. It just ain't no good. I'll tell you what you do. You take them dang old spark plug out and then you put it all around there. Just like Bobby on the 70s. Doc, you go boom, just like that. I've been calling y'all things better than a month now, right back y'all. Every time you dang old dog frogs, he start yapping his jaw 24 hours saying that nobody answers him. How you put him out there?
Hey. Oh man, my thing quit playing. And my drive isn't showing up. Oh well. Why isn't my drive showing up? Okay, here's another one of my nighttime songs while I try to get my computer to find my drive. Whoops. USB device not recognized. Of course. Aww, my computer died. Bummer, 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 bummer. Okay, this is stupid. It's like my drives suddenly quit working. How? What the fuck? What the fuck? All my drives quit working. It's like, did they remotely disable my USB drives? What the fuck? No drive is showing up. Oops. Oh, did you just show up? Yeah, I don't think any drives are showing up. And well, yeah, that's what it's like. Always. That's what you can expect. You know what? Since I'm having so many technical difficulties, I'm going to call this a wrap. And I'll see if I can get it working for next time. People that were watching, thank you for watching. And people who watch in the future, I hope this was helpful. I hope it was helpful for all of you. And I'll be back soon. Bye. Well, bye when I figure out how to stop.